Today we're going to learn how to calculate the volume of prisms. So prisms, what are they? A prism is a 3D shape that is like a 2D shape, but it's been stretched backwards. So I have some examples below. So in this first one I have a triangle out the front, which is a 2D shape, but we can see that it's been extended backwards. It's been pushed back, stretched out, right? So no matter where I look inside the shape, I get that 2D shape again, right? So triangle, triangle, triangle the whole way along. Same with a rectangular prism. I have a rectangle at the front and I have a rectangle at every other point the further I go back as well. Same with a hexagonal prism, right? I have a hexagon, right? 6 sides, right? I have another hexagon, right? And another one further back again. Right, so see how the front of each prism is a 2D shape every single time, and it's the same shape the whole way back. That is what a prism is. So to find the volume of prisms, first thing you have to do is calculate the area of the front shape, which we call a face, right? And then you multiply this area by how far back the shape goes. Right? And that's kind of like what we did with the rectangular prism as well. The only difference was we had a slightly different way of writing down the formula, but it's the same thing. So we can do that with this shape here as well. So I have the front face, so I have 4 across and 2 up, so I can find the area of this front, and that area is going to be 4 times by 2, because I know that this length is, or this height is 2, and that is a total of 8 centimeters squared, right? And that is the area of this front. So then to find the volume, all I then need to do is go, well, whatever that area just was, if I multiply that by the length or how far back it goes, which is 3 centimeters, I'll get to the volume of my rectangular prism. So the area we just had was 8, and then we multiply that by 3, and that's equal to 24 centimeters cubed. So now because it's volume, it is cubed. Right, and that's the exact same thing as if I just multiplied all those numbers together in the first place. So V is equal to, we had 4 times by 3 times by 2. That would also give me 24 centimeters cubed. Right, so what we did with our rectangular prism is the same as what we're doing with our other types of prisms. They're just a little bit harder to calculate that front face. So, volume equals the area of the end times by the length. So I have a few different pictures here of what the end shape could look like. Maybe my end shape is something that's a little bit irregular, a little bit weird, right? But if I found the area of that and then I times it by the length or the height upwards, I could find my volume. Same here, I have a triangle. If I found the area of this triangle and then multiplied it by my length upwards, I would have the volume, right? And we just did a rectangular prism, but you have the area at the front. Find the area, times it by the length. Well, let's have a look at some examples. So in this first one, I know that my area of my top face, right, it's hard to calculate, but the good news is it's given to us. We know that the area is equal to 17. So if I have the volume is equal to the area times by the length down, well, that means I have that my area was 17 times by 4, so that's going to be 68 centimeters cubed. Our next one though, we have our front face down the bottom is a triangle, right? And it's a little bit hard to see here, so I'm going to redraw that triangle like this, and I've just shifted it around. So this here is a 3, this is your right angle, and this here is your 5. So if I have a triangle like this and I want to find the area of this shape, how would I do that? Hopefully you remember that it's half times by my base, so that's my 3, times by my height, which was 5. Put all of that together and I get 7.5. So that's the area of this front face and the bottom. Now in order to find my volume, however, I need to do whatever my area was, and then I need to times it by my length or the height of my shape. So that's this length up here. So that's my 10. So V is equal to the area of the front, which is 7.5 times by 10, and that is equal to 75 centimeters cubed.